everyone, I'm Michelle Montaine and Happy New Year. Welcome to the January 2026 edition of the Dan Patrick School of Sportscasting's Quarterly Report. I came to Full Sail University because I always wanted to be an on-air sports reporter, and I knew that this would be the place to help me achieve that goal. I started my career as a sports anchor and reporter in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and now I'm working at WFAA in the nation's fourth largest TV market, Dallas-Fort Worth. This career has been more than I could have ever imagined when I started out, and now almost 4 years in, we've had plenty of highlights from the NBA Finals to, of course, covering America's team here in Dallas. Let's take a look at some of my favorite moments so far. It hasn't been the smoothest start to the season for the Dallas Mavericks, and it hasn't been the smoothest start for a pair of their rookies in Cooper Flagg and Ryan Nembhard.
Michelle?
That's right, Teresa, and it's crazy to think that at one point earlier this regular season in this building, the Stars had an 8-game home winning streak. That is good for tying their longest in Dallas's history.
Michelle has more on talk of a potential trade from Cowboys owner Jerry Jones earlier. Michelle, tell us all about it.
Well, Joe, as if the eyes of the NFL world being on the Cowboys because of Monday Night Football wasn't enough, the owner, Jerry Jones, certainly made sure to maximize that spotlight. This afternoon, he joined Stephen A. Smith on stage live at Texas Live to discuss a number of things, including the looming trade deadline. We capped off yet another amazing year at the Dan Patrick School of Sportscasting with our grads taking care of business all over the map. For example, Bash Watson made an on-air appearance on the Orlando Magic's Twitch stream. Meanwhile, Tyler Lane was winning multiple awards over 5,000 miles away in Alaska. Let's take a look at some of the other program milestones achieved in the final quarter of 2025. The new jobs just keep coming as well. 2 of our grads were named sports directors at their respective stations, Titus Cleveland in Colorado and Daniel Chiarelli in Minnesota, which is fitting because those 2 were our first ever hosts of our first ever Full Sail Live production when they were both still students. Here's a look at some of the other fresh gigs landed since our last update. It is now time for me to get back to work. Between covering America's team, where I believe Jerry Jones called it a soap opera year-round, the Dallas Mavericks, the Dallas Stars, there's always something to do here in Dallas-Fort Worth. But hey, as Mike Stinton taught us, I will continue to keep writing my scripts with just one thought per sentence. That does it for this edition of the Dan Patrick School of Sportscasting's Quarterly Report. I'm Michelle Montaine, and if you want to share any of your success stories or hire any of our grads, make sure to email our department chair, Rishi Barron, at rbarron@fullsail.edu. Wishing everybody a happy and healthy 2026.